the remains of the Titans to now make man, which is us. And you also have to remember is the remains of us, right? Because if you disintegrate the Titans into, you know, ashes or dust, you have to remember, or what's also key here is soot. Soot is a black carbon substance. So then he uses, you know, or even ashes, they're all like black and they're all, you know, carbon based. So when Zeus defeats the Titans and turns them into ash, dust, or, you know, soot, right? He then uses this soot. You know, that's why the Bible completely negates the battle between the gods in the beginning and stuff. But then, you know, he then goes on to use the Titans' remains, this black soot, to now create the, you know, the body of the human. And then it makes sense now. It's why, you know, the first people are now black. That melanin that we have in terms of our skin now is the, you know, remains of dead Titans. You know, we literally have Titan DNA. So if we're talking about the mythological story, then the Titans, you know, will eventually return, right? Because right now you can say, you know, the Titans are asleep or whatever, and that's why you must awaken and doing all of this. And then the Titans, or if you guys are aware with Lovecraft's universe, which I think is absolutely phenomenal. I think it depicts, you know, the nature of our soul the best. But if you look at Lovecraft's universe, is the equivalent to the Great Old Ones, the Titans, or the Great Old Ones. If you're unaware with Lovecraft's universe and you don't know who the Great Old Ones are, I absolutely recommend that you do. And when you look at the Great Old Ones, just realize that that is us. That is the soul. So, you know, the Great Old Ones, is said that, you know, the Great Old Ones are asleep. And when they awaken, creation will be destroyed and the fabric of reality will be non-existent. That's us. That's our destiny. That's the soul's destiny. When you awaken, which is also when you die, hopefully you guys can grasp that. When you awaken, when they awaken, or when the soul awakens, but you physically die, that is revelation. That is the end of the world. That is where the fabric of reality will cease to exist. And the Great Old Ones, the Titans, will return to bring all things back into chaos. And that is the prophecy. That is the prophecy. The Great Old Ones shall awaken, and in their awake, they will destroy reality and creation and return all things back to primordial chaos, the primordial waters of Nun, or return all things to the quantum vacuum. And in a physics, this is the equivalent to, you can say, how the universe, they have the theory that the universe will eventually, although it's been expanding, it will eventually have a big crunch. So there's the Big Bang, but then there's the big crunch where everything goes back to, you know, how it was before the Big Bang. And then all things are returned back into that quantum vacuum state of infinite potential, where all things return back to Nun. And this is the prophecy, you know. So you understand the prophecy, and, you know, congratulations. You understand the prophecy. You know why you are here. Now, if anyone asks you why, where did you come from? Why are you here? What happens after death? You know that. It's so crazy to think about it, but a lot of people, I hear a lot of people say, oh, we can't really know this and this and that. We don't know what happens after death. I don't know about you guys, but me personally, I crack this shit. And it's actually quite simple. It's not complicated whatsoever. What happens after death is quite simple. And the biggest phenomena in the world, the biggest philosophical questions, they're all answered easily. But it becomes impossible for you to answer them if you become biased into only one thing. If you are team science only, or you are confined to only one religion. But when you actually combine all of these things together and put all the puzzle pieces together, you see what the picture is. And the impossible, what seemed to be impossible, is not possible. And you become a genius, right? I am a genius based off of this understanding. You guys are also geniuses based off of this understanding. And what you have to realize is there's even the word genius. The genius is linked with the jinn of Islam, jinns. And what are the jinns? They're supposed to represent like demons. This goes back to what I'm saying. Jinns, genius, jinns, right? So, and demons. So this is why to become genius, right? To become genius, one must tap into one's jinns, or one must tap into one's demons, or one must tap into the inner world, the underworld, or the subconscious mind. That is how you tap into your genius. You must turn to the dark side to tap into your genius. Right? And yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah.